honored guests, members of the executive committee, members of the BAGH, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we come together to celebrate the anniversary of the independence of Barbados, our 46th, and to present our scholarship awards to this year's recipients, as well as to honor our recipients of past years.
Also, I'd like to thank the Barbados Association for awarding me this scholarship. It's truly an honor.
Currently, I'm a sophomore at Rice University, trying my absolute best and continuing to do my best each day. And this scholarship will help me pay for my education there. And after Rice, I plan on attending med school and ultimately becoming a pediatrician.
Is from Barbados, and so you can count me kin. In fact, we have touched all of a good part of the Caribbean and into Panama. My grandparents, my grandfather helped build the Panama Canal. So you see, I'm not a Johnny-come-lately. I know there are rivalries sometime with the island nation, the nation states, but don't hold it against me because I have roots in Jamaica as well. So don't hold that against me. You know that I'm a daughter of the Caribbean. Is that all right?
We have an exciting program for you this evening, and to get started, I want to introduce you to our MC for the evening, Mr. Jose Rignan, morning anchor of Fox 26 KRIB TV. And Jose has been a great friend of the Barbados Association of Greater Houston, and I want to especially thank him this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jose Rignan.
Thank you so very much, Louis. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Okay, come on, we can get a little bit more energy. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Wonderful, wonderful. We are going to have a wonderful evening tonight, you know, as we celebrate the 46th year of independence for Barbados, but also celebrating an organization that grew out of the roots of Barbados and started here in the Greater Houston area. We're talking about the Barbados Association of Greater Houston, which is now in its 20th year. And in the 20th year, you can brag about doing something. You know, once you've made it past 10 years, you know that you've struggled, but you've succeeded. And then you keep going. And now that you've made 20 years, that really means a lot in this particular community, the Greater Houston area. But not just because you have created an organization that is bringing together those whose roots come from Barbados, but because you are trying to take care of and also inspire youths who are the progeny of those who come from the island, and some of those young people you are recognizing this evening may have been born here, but they still have those cultural roots that come from down in the islands. And in the 20 years that the organization has been around here in Houston, you have granted scholarships to more than 50 students. That is something to be very, very proud of. And then there will be some students this evening who will also be the recipients of your hard work. But today is kind of different because it's recognizing those who have been recognized in the past, peer to peer, so to speak, because there have been those 50 or more. It is time to let them come back to a certain extent and share their experiences and then inspire others to do what they have done and to accomplish what they have accomplished by way of an organization like this that provided them with economic support as well as emotional support, because that is another thing that is very, very important for someone who is trying to get an education. You know, you worry about paying for books, you worry about paying for everything when you're in a university setting. But then also, you need some people to talk to you and tell you and reassure you that you are on the right track and you're doing the right thing. And I guess I've been fortunate to be around certain people like Dr. Brown, or Louis, as many people know, because he is one who, even though he's retired right now, continues to inspire, continues to support, and continues to encourage people, whether they're young or whether they're old, to go ahead, move forward, and accomplish those goals that you thought you never could. So thank you, Louis. Thank you for leading an organization like this. And also, thank you for being the honorary consul for Barbados here in the state of Texas.
I've been honorary consul for the past 8 years, and it's certainly been a pleasure to represent Barbados. Every year, we celebrate our anniversary of independence, and of course, this is our 46th. I'm looking forward to 4 years from now when it will be the 50th, and I hope that I'll be in great shape at that time. I'm going to read at this point the message from our Consul General in Miami. Texas is part of the jurisdiction of the consulate in Miami, and I will read the message from the Consul General to Barbadians in Texas. It is with great joy that I greet you, the members of the Barbados Association of Greater Houston, and your supporters on the occasion of the celebration of Barbados's 46th anniversary of independence, and also on the occasion of the association's 20th anniversary. As we mark another year, we do so again as Barbadians, proud of our past, pleased with our present, and optimistic about our future. It is often said that the best test of character is how you handle tough times. Barbadians at home must be admired for their resilience, tolerance, and determination they have shown in the face of some difficult circumstances brought on by the current economic climate. And in this regard, the government too must be commended not only for the prudent management it is exercising to ensure that Barbados has a brighter tomorrow, but for the way it has kept the social stability and calm in the country, and for which Barbados is so well known. I must also recognize the continuing efforts of Barbadians in the diaspora, who, in addition to their significant cash remittances, also contribute items and time to the country's needs and development. I am glad that the Barbados Association of Greater Houston is numbered among those whose contributions in this area is constant. Your generosity has brought relief and human satisfaction to many that exceed any monetary value. So go ahead and enjoy the celebratory activities that you have planned. Take some time to relax, reconnect, and renew your spirits and commitment to Barbados. I wish you every success as you do so, but please do not forget to involve the youth in all that you do. Keep them interested in Barbados. And may the Barbados Association of Greater Houston go from strength to strength, and may you continue to demonstrate your love for Barbados and Barbadians in all your undertakings. Happy Independence, all. Colin S. Mears, Consul General, Consulate General of Barbados. At this time, I want to introduce our speaker for today, this evening. You'll notice that this year, as we have in the past, we don't have a big name speaker this time. We've had ministers, we've even had the Prime Minister. But we thought, in keeping with our theme of recognizing past recipients, we would invite one of their peers, and someone who has just reached the point of entering the professional world. Nadia Barra came to the United States from Barbados as a teenager and graduated from high school in Columbus, Georgia. She later attended the University of Georgia, where she graduated with degrees in art and art history. And after traveling for a while and working in the family business, she entered the University of Houston Law Center, where she graduated this past May. Nadia will be sworn in as a member of the State Bar of Texas this coming Monday. I'll give applause for that. Nadia has certifications in mediation and international and domestic arbitration. And while in law school, she served as editor-in-chief of the Journal of Commercial and Consumer Law. Her interests are in international law, commercial litigation, and alternative dispute resolution. I must also tell you that Nadia is the granddaughter of the late Honorable Errol Walton Barrow, a noted attorney in Barbados and one of the greatest prime ministers that Barbados has had. He is the one that led the island to independence in 1966 and is credited, among many other things, with introducing free secondary education to Barbados, which goes all the way to the tertiary or university level. Nationally, he also introduced a national insurance and social security system, and was the initiator of a highly successful economic revolution in Barbados. So you can see that the bar has been set for Nadia. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you Nadia Barra.
Can y'all hear me? Okay, good. Thank you, Dr. Brown. Thank you to the Barbados Association here in Houston. First, scholarship recipients, congratulations. It's a great honor. Please do us proud. I don't actually want to talk to y'all about my experiences. I want to offer you some unsolicited free advice. This is probably the only time going forward that I will be doing this sort of thing, free advice. So take heed. I'm not going to tell you about how you need to get a degree so you can get a job. Your parents give you that, I'm sure, and so do other people of a certain age. You also probably know that having an education is important, so I'm not going to talk about that either. No lecturing from me. This advice is of a practical nature. When I started college, I thought I knew everything. However, I realized quickly that I know nothing. And there's so many things that I wish I had known then, advice I should have heeded and did not. But this isn't all going to be my thoughts. I also asked friends and colleagues and even rounded up some young people and asked them what they wish they had known when they started on their journeys and if they had any questions now that they would want answered. So you're getting information from about 20 different people. I won't be that long, I promise. And you may not follow any of this advice. I did ignore my father all the time. But I will ask that you at least think about it and mull it over, get different perspectives from different people, because this is the beginning of your careers. So it's very important. So let's go. First, don't go to college. All the parents just freaked out, but I'm not really, I'm kind of kidding, but sort of. Y'all are definitely going, so that's good. That's what your parents want, that's what we all want. We want what's best for you. But 4 of the people I asked said this immediately: do not go. So it must have meant something, right? So I asked them to elaborate, and it boils down to this. Don't go to college just to get a degree, just to get a job. Get something more out of the experience of being there. It's a tremendous privilege, and you will be afforded so many opportunities, so you really need to make the most of it. Maximize on the experience. So you might wonder, how does one do that? I'll try to tell you. First, explore. Parents, calm down. I don't mean illicit activities and substances, no. As college students, though, you really need to take the time to figure out what it is you want to do and be in life. Don't think that you need to rush to choose a major. Majors change. Exhibit A, I have 2 undergraduate degrees. Research and take full advantage of the resources available to you to help you to learn more about yourself and what you want to do. When you have figured it out, give it 100%. Be passionate about whatever it is, because it's what you're going to be doing. Nobody ever got anywhere by being, mediocre in their decision making and less than passionate and dedicated. But there are lots of people who are bored and unfulfilled because they didn't pursue something that they actually loved. Second, intern. Even before you know what your major may be, I don't know if y'all actually do know, but you might not, and that's fine. But you can definitely intern. And when you do know what your major is, you must intern. I don't know of a single organization or company that wouldn't love to have some free labor right now. Yes, free. If that is all there is, take it. No, your job while you're in college is to learn, and nobody's going to pay you to do that job. But if you want people to pay you after you graduate, the experience you gain from internships will set you apart from your friends who only partied and took exams, or didn't. And there are a few paid internships out there, but I encourage you to seek them out. But if you don't get one, there's no shame in working and learning for free. Save your money. But you're not making any. So you should have none to spend. As we speak, credit card applications are rolling off the presses. Envelopes are being stuffed. Postage is being affixed. Creditors are going to declare war on your credit. Tear up every application. Don't even look at them to see what they look like. They're not that fun anyway. The only allowable debt is if you will be depending on student aid, such as loans. Other than that, observe some poor graduate students and their shopping, eating, and study habits. Follow suit. The ones from China were my favorite. I myself lived on rice for about a year. Travel. Now, how does this reconcile with save your money? Here's how. Work. Not everyone will have to work while they're in college, but some people will. I didn't have to, but my allowance was never adjusted for inflation, and so it was totally insufficient. So I worked so I could afford things like concerts, trips, frozen vegetables to go with the rice. But seriously, college is a great time in your life for traveling. One girl I knew worked even while she was traveling. Her particular skill was bartending, and she speaks like 5 languages, so she could always get a job somewhere. Definitely learn a language or 2 or 3 beyond classroom vocabulary. Wait tables, do what you need to do, save your money, and you will be able to afford a semester in Spain or a spring break trip to volunteer somewhere. Network. Grades are definitely number one, but experience is number two, and personal relationships are number three. That is not really obvious to the average overconfident, self-assured freshman who knows everything. But relationships with your professors, internship bosses, and sometimes the mentors they assign to students, those count for a lot. And if you ever want to go to graduate school, you need to have professors who will be happy to recommend you for admission and funding. You can learn a lot from all of them, and many of them are happy to help. Participate. Kind of like networking, you need to join some organizations. No more than 2 or 3 because you're supposed to be studying. Some of them offer valuable information to members, networking opportunities with alums and members of affiliated groups, and free food. Join some. Give back. You are receiving a scholarship tonight. You have worked hard, and your hard work is being rewarded. However, this is not owed to you. This is a privilege and an honor. There are millions around the world who will never have these opportunities that are laying before you. And you can't help them all, but you can help those in your community. Volunteer, tutor, join Big Brothers Big Sisters, I like that one. Join the Barbados Association of Greater Houston. When you see someone who needs your help, help them. If you have a car, take your less fortunate friends to buy groceries when you go. If you don't have a car, make dinner for the friend who drives you to the grocery store. When freshman 15 hits you, donate those really tight clothes to Goodwill. Send your parents the tax-deductible receipt. That's your contribution to them and their pocket, which is helping you. And finally, I urge you to give thanks. Thank your God, your parents, definitely, your extended families, the Barbados Association of Greater Houston, teachers, bosses, the mailman who brought you the acceptance letter. Everybody who helped get you started on this journey. Show your gratitude. It is important. People remember. Congratulations to all of you. Good luck and enjoy the ride.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the greatest show on earth. I would like for each and every one of you to stand to your feet and give me a round of applause. No, I'm just kidding. No, give yourself a round of applause for looking so beautiful tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, without further ado, would you please put your hands together? Welcome one of the hardest working bands this side of the Mississippi. Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you the Galaxy Band! Come on! Come on, people! Are you ready to party? Get on your feet! This is the greatest show on earth! Ladies and gentlemen, here they are! Put your hands together for the Galaxy Band!
Chairperson of
Scholarship Committee, which is going to recognize some fantastic minds of the future. Put your hands together for Mrs. Cheryl Thompson.
Good night. Okay, so we're going to award 4 scholarships tonight. I'm going to ask that the scholarship recipients come to the podium. All of you come to the podium, and then I'll hand you your certificates afterwards. You'll give a little speech, tell us anything you want to tell us, and then we'll take some photos, okay? So the first scholarship recipient is Angela Chung. And next we have Brianna Thompson. Okay, our third scholarship recipient, Karima Brown. Oh, it's Mummy Brown. And last but not least, Jerron Estwick. And Jerron did say that he wasn't going to be able to make it today, but his father is here to accept on his behalf. Now, okay, I'm going to step aside and let the scholarship recipients give you a message. Please.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to start off by saying congratulations to the Barbados Association for their 20th anniversary, and also congratulations to Barbados for its 46th independence. And I would like to thank the Barbados Association for awarding me this scholarship. It's truly an honor. And I would like to thank my family and friends who have supported me to encourage me to keep pursuing for my dreams. Thank you.
Hello. For those who don't know me, my name is Brianna Thompson, and I'm a scholarship recipient for the Barbados Association organization. I would like to thank my family, especially my mom, for always being there for me and supporting me. And I would like to thank the lovely people of Barbados Association for this opportunity to help me further my education. I grew up in a lovely Jamaican family where I learned to grow and prosper as an individual. My mom is an educator while my dad owns his armor pest control business. They both moved from Jamaica in their early 20s to further their education in America. I'm one of 4 siblings, and I'm the youngest in my family. As I grew up, I learned more about the island culture and the pride of coming and representing such a small but powerful island similar to Barbados. These Caribbean islands are more than what people make it out to be. And Caribbeans have a rich and strong culture full of character. And we're a family, basically. And learning all of this has helped me to grow, to aspire to be the best I could be. I tried to excel in high school and always strive to do my best. I graduated from Waller High School in 2011, wanting to make a change in this world by following my dreams. I've always wanted to become a doctor, and getting accepted to Rice University would help me achieve this goal and was a huge honor for my family and I. Currently, I am a sophomore at Rice University, trying my absolute best and continuing to do my best each day. And this scholarship will help me pay for my education there. And after Rice, I plan on attending med school and ultimately becoming a pediatrician. I will try to touch hearts like others have touched mine. Thank you again for this opportunity.
Hello, good night. Karima sent a little speech. Unfortunately, I did not read it, and I'm having trouble because I don't have on my progressive lenses, but I'll try my best. Unfortunately, I was not able to attend tonight's banquet due to a mandatory University of Houston band event. I would first like to thank the Barbados Association of Greater Houston not only for awarding me this scholarship, but also for having such an important role in my life. I have always felt as though Barbados was my true home, where I grew up and made lasting memories. So having a community such as the Barbados Association while away from home was very important. I would also like to thank the many people from the Bayesian community that have been present for the important moments in my life, and I will always be grateful for the support I've received. This scholarship is evidence of that support as I follow my dreams of studying music and becoming a band director. I have wanted to be a band director since middle school, but my dream truly presented itself during my junior year of high school. Every day, I rediscover my love for music, and it means a great deal to me to have so many people encouraging me to continue on the path that I have chosen. Thank you again to Barbados Association of Greater Houston and all the people who have helped me to achieve all that I have so far. And from Mommy, this scholarship could not have come at a better time. The last installment for the fall semester is due on November 21st. So thank you guys.
Awesome.
Good evening. I would like to say congratulations to the BAGH and for celebrating 20 years, and also to my homeland as we celebrate 46 years. As you were told, I'm here on behalf of my son, and so I'll be sure to read this as it states. First, I want to thank everyone for the attendance tonight at the Barbados Independent Scholarship Awards banquet. I express gratitude to you for your continued support and dedication to this event as you directly impact young lives for success. My name is Jerron Estrick, and I'm a freshman at Southern Adventist University in Collegedale, Tennessee. I am a chemistry major and have a career goal to become a chemical engineer. I regret not being able to accept my award in person as I am away at university. I hope my dad represents me well as he accepts this generous award on my behalf. Now you see why I had to read it. I want to express sincere gratitude to the Scholarship Selection Committee and the entire Barbados Association of Greater Houston for selecting me for this award. This is such a blessing for me, my family, and my education. With the ever-increasing cost of college, this award is especially appreciated as it will help to ease a financial burden. Apart from the monetary component, this award comes with a sense of responsibility to give back to the community, and I want to assure the BAGH that I am committed to community service. Since enrolling at Southern Adventist University, I have participated in community service activities, including tutoring, cleanups, and feeding the homeless. Again, I am extremely grateful to the selection committee, the BAGH, and the donors for this award. I want to thank my parents for their continued support. I would also like to offer congratulations to my fellow recipients and wish you all a successful and exciting future. Finally, I wish the Barbados Association of Greater Houston all the best as they celebrate their 20th anniversary. Keep up the great work you are doing in the community as you inspire and touch lives. Thank you all and have a good evening. May God bless you.
Please stay for the group shot. Trying to sneak away.
For our scholarship winners, the Barbados Association also presents a book in memory of one of our founder members who is no longer with us. That's Eustace Sam Armstrong, the founder member of the Barbados Association of Greater Houston, and was a very strong believer in education. And to honor him, we present these books as a man thinketh by James Allen to all of our scholarship recipients.
Okay, who's going to repeat that for me? Pollera. Alright, pollera. This one is a pollera blanca. We have a number of different polleras. But the pollera blanca is what we usually use for special occasions, weddings, holidays, and so forth. Lenisa's pollera has 2 panels. Sometimes they have 3 panels, which makes it very wide. In pollera, young lady, the person that's wearing the pollera traditionally wears a minimum of 8 necklaces, and each one has different names. The hair adornment that you see them with, that is called tembleques. And the reason why it's called tembleques is because it's usually, if she moves, you will see it shakes. And in Spanish, temblar is the shake. So there's the name tembleques. And so Lenisa tonight we're using half of the tembleques. Normally it's complete, but tonight we're just using half. So that's the pollera, that's the official costume of Panama, where we, in fact, we have different colors, different items. Lenisa is the choreographer for this group, and the director of the group is right in front, Angelia Sayer, my little sister.
The lady who is coming up to the podium right now, first off, is a cancer survivor. And you know, if you are a survivor of cancer, that means you're a fighter. She has a fighting spirit that I noticed when I first came to the city of Houston 19 years ago. And coincidentally, that is the length of time that she has been serving this community in the nation's capital as the Honorable Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee. Let's put our hands together and give her a warm Bajan, not Barbadian, a Bajan welcome this evening.
Aren't you distinguished? Isn't he distinguished? I know you are gathering your plates. Please don't view me as intervening on your fellowship. I am respectful of your fellowship, but I'm also respectful of this honor tonight. And I did not want to miss coming by to acknowledge the friendship. Jose, let me thank you. I've always called you the anchor of anchors, always there for us, providing both education and upliftment. We have a little secret. He did an interview a couple of months ago, and he was very gracious when he was asking me about my status, and I was even more gracious and said, I'm as healthy as a cow. He had more than a little birdie talking to him, but he was very gracious and said, that's nice, that's nice. And I thank you for that because it meant a lot. I am here now, alive and well.
Yeah. And ready to fight.
fight some more.
And ready to fight some more. But I wanted to come by because I want you to know that Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee is a vice co-chair of the Caribbean Caucus, the Caribbean Caucus in the United States Congress. So you're not just listening to the member of the 18th Congressional District, but you are listening to someone who advocates for issues in the Caribbean. I did note that my principal was still in the room, Principal E. David Edgerton, has 1,000 people downstairs. He's a principal of Wheatley High School, and I will encourage you to let that be one of your charities or go and volunteer, because they need to know the diaspora and the wonderful link to Barbados. Would you give him a hand? Would you give Tamara Bell another hand? She stood in for me tonight. Didn't she do a fantastic job? And as well, my dear, dear friend, Catherine Griffith. Would you please have her, would you please stand, Catherine? Movie star, radio, TV star, radio anchor, and the biggest heart on issues dealing with human trafficking, a real jewel. Give her a big hand. Let me thank the Consul General Brown. Dr. Brown, we're delighted for your service and being president of the association. My good friend, always there when I'm needing him, Omari Fulton, my attorney at law. I love our attorneys at law. Let me thank him. Let me also thank Barbados for hosting the 2012 African Heritage event, because it is important to connect us together. So let me close on these few words as you have quieted so well. I am kinfolk. My aunt is from Barbados, and so you can count me kin. In fact, we have touched all of a good part of the Caribbean and into Panama. My grandparents, my grandfather helped build the Panama Canal. So you see, I'm not a Johnny-come-lately. I know there are rivalries sometime with the island nation, the nation states, but don't hold it against me because I have roots in Jamaica as well. So don't hold that against me. You know that I'm a daughter of the Caribbean. Is that all right? I want to acknowledge the Vice President as well. In her beautiful red, we were at her church, or my daughter was at her church, Bishop Leroy Woodard, and we're going to be working with you with the annual Thanksgiving feast and Christmas feast. Stand up, Madam Vice President. Give her a big hand. Let me have the scholarship recipients stand up as well. That's why we're here. Let's have the young people stand up and acknowledge them. Come on, everyone that's received a scholarship, what an honor. If you're standing, raise your hand. All right, congratulations to you. Let me say this to the association on your 20th anniversary. I want you to be happy that you live in a nation that on the eve of November 5th, all of the doubters were thinking that America was not going to hold herself to her higher values, values of equality and justice and democracy. Oh, I know you were worried, those of you who have come to this nation or of an heritage from the Caribbean. But isn't it great that the voices that were heard on November the 6th, 2012 were the voices of outreach and opportunity, and now the President of the United States has been re-elected, President Barack Obama. And I can assure you that extending a hand to Barbados, looking to the Caribbean, visiting the continent will be on the agenda over these next 4 years. We'll be looking to trade, we'll be looking to security, we'll be looking to exchange, and we'll have a president who understands that America is part of the larger world. We'll have a president that understands the Caribbean, down to our south, is one of the most important components of security and trade and friendship that the United States has. You will have a president that understands that. And as a member of the United States Congress, and the Caribbean Caucus in the House of Representatives, along with my wonderful chair, the Honorable Yvette Clarke, I can assure you that your issues will be on the front burner. So I just came by here this evening to associate myself with this great event, to congratulate you on your 20 years of celebration of the Barbados Association of Houston, to thank you for your charitable attitude, and to ask you to stand with what is right, to be part of the good in America, to stand with those of us who have never accepted that America should be divided along the lines of 47%. I don't know what that means, because my Constitution says we all are created equal with certain inalienable rights of life and liberty in the pursuit of happiness. God bless all of you, and be glad to live in a nation that recognizes and appreciates the descendants of countries from faraway places, welcomes immigrants and non-immigrants alike, and stands tall with a shining sun that says to the world, we are America, and all those within our boundaries deserve the respect and dignity of all people. That is what America is all about. God bless all of you, Barbados. God bless those who have come to this nation, and God bless the United States of America.
Thank you so very much. Now, I have a special request. Scholarship recipients, as well as Dr. Brown, and maybe the scholarship chairman, we would like to have some pictures, and the vice president. We would also like to have you in photos with the congresswoman, so there is a remembrance, a memento, and a historical record of this evening. Congratulations to our scholarship recipients, and Congresswoman, thank you so very much for stopping by. Thank you so very much for caring. Thank you so very much for what you do for this community here. All you need is a pair of boxing gloves signed by George Foreman, you know, and you can take them up on the hill and do some knockouts up there. And we want you to know that our prayers are with you for continued life and joy, cancer-free.
I want to thank all of you for coming this evening to support us. It is really a pleasure. It's been a great evening. It's been a pleasure. I've enjoyed it, and I certainly hope that all of you have. I want to give a special hand of applause to our MC, Jose Grignan. Please give him a hand of applause. Jose has been there for us for the last 3 years. Whenever we want him, he never refuses. He comes graciously and does a fantastic job, as you see tonight. Jose is also a community organizer. He works in the community. He contributes everywhere. And I just want to give him my personal thanks, and on behalf of the association, thank him tremendously for helping us out this evening. We also look forward to you doing it again, Jose. I also want to congratulate our scholarship recipients, and I know that they'll put the money to good use. Thanks also goes to our guest speaker. She did a great job, didn't she? And of course, the gold sponsors, Dr. Junior Thompson, Ms. Judy Foster, and my son, Dr. Brandon Brown. I want to also say something about, I'm going to show off a little bit. He was in the July issue of Texas Monthly. He was named among the super doctors of Texas as a rising star, and one of 4 for the state of Texas. And they're actually selected based on their peers nominating them, and there's a panel review board and a survey that is done, and then they gather points and award accordingly. So Brandon did that for this year. Also want to thank the members of the BAGH who worked so very hard, not just this year, but every year. I want to give a special thanks to Ed McDonough, and I want him to come up here right now. And I know he doesn't like it. He doesn't like this, but he has no choice. Ed did most of the work for this event. He, on his own, did the booklet that you see. Wonderful piece of work. And he does this every year religiously. He is the rock of the association, and I just want to give him thanks, my thanks, and I know that everyone in the association does the same. Want to say a word? Thanks, man. I also want to thank Judy Foster, who's worked hard, Sherry Thompson, Nicole Hunt, the Vice President, and all of you who have worked so hard to make this event a success. I'm the president, but I'm just a figurehead. They do all the work, and it's a lot. I also want to thank the hotel staff this evening, and also the DJ for his contributions. Now let me change a little bit here. I want to say a few words about BAGH. We've come a long way. We're now 20 years old, no longer a teenager. What does that mean? I think it means that we've entered a new phase of our existence. Most of the members of our executive board have been around for most of that time. And it's time that we be overthrown. I don't mean a violent overthrow, just a peaceful coup. There are many of you out there with Barbadian heritage, friends of Barbados, young, smart, full of ideas. Get involved. Join the association if you haven't. Run for office. I am tired. I am old. I want to get out. Take over. We want a coup. Aren't you tired of seeing old fogies like me in charge? I'm talking about me, not about the others. They're not as old as I am. Many of us have brought it to this point. You young people have to continue the run, or we will drop out of the race and we won't be able to finish. So it's up to you. And I'm appealing to you youth. Run for leadership positions in February. Our elections are in February. I know you love Barbados, so get involved, please. This time next year, I expect to see a lot of you young people up here. And I'm banking on that, because I want to be there, just enjoying the meal and looking at you. We have membership forms outside. I'm sure we do, right, Ed? So please consider filling it out and turning it in. And I want to see a whole new generation of members come into the organization. Well, it's time to party, so let's get with it.